feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the
Hi, and welcome to another tutorial of Bet9ja options and what they mean. So for today, I'm going to be talking about three options with similar sub options. So let's get to it. We choose your bet. For today's video, I'm going to be making use of the Premier League. So I'll go to soccer, choose England, go to Premier League. I'm going to be using the first game, which is scheduled for 05, that's 5th of August 2022. And let's list out the bets for this option, for this game. So we'll scroll down until we get to, yes, for this video, I'm going to explain the at least a half X. Away score 2 in a row, away score 3 in a row, away score 2 HT, away score HT, away win to nil 2 HT, and away win to nil HT. So let's start with at least a half X. The meaning of at least a half X means that for the game Crystal Palace versus Arsenal, you are expecting that that game must have a half of the game. You know, in a game there are two halves, first half and second half. Expecting that either first half will end in a draw or second half will end in a draw. There must be a draw in the game. That in either halves. That's what the at least a half X mean. So in a typical scenario, if Crystal Palace if the first half Crystal Palace versus Arsenal ends in 0-0, and the second half Crystal Palace goes ahead to win by 1-0, it means that there is a half that has a draw in that game, which is the first half. So if you choose this option, yes, for that game, since the first half is 0-0, it's a good bet. But for example, if the first half Crystal Palace scores 1-0 and the second half Arsenal equalizes 1-0, that means that each half has a goal scored, and each half none of the halves ends in a draw. First half was 1-0 and second half 1-0. So if you choose yes option, it's a wrong bet. The opposite is the case for the no option. For the no option, it means that you are predicting that there won't be a draw in either halves, which means for Crystal Palace versus Arsenal, there must be at least somebody winning for that match for either halves. For example, if Crystal Palace scores 1-0 first half and second half Arsenal scores three wins by, let's say, 3-0, it means that either half there was no draw. Okay, let's take for example again. If in the first half for Crystal Palace versus Arsenal, Crystal Palace was leading by 2-0, and the second half Arsenal scores 3 goals and Crystal Palace scores 1 goal. At the end of the game, Crystal Palace was and Arsenal is a draw. That means first half was 2-0 and second half was 1-3. That means it's 3-3. But none of the halves has a draw. The first half Crystal Palace won and the second half Arsenal won. So if you choose the no option, it is correct. But if you choose the yes option, it is wrong. I hope this at least a half option is has been explained clearly. Now the away score 2 in a row. Notice that there is no odd attached to this. So this means that you are expecting the away team, which is Arsenal, to score at least 2 goals in a row. It's pretty self-explanatory. Same thing applies with the away score 3 in a row. It means that you are expecting Arsenal, which is the away team, to score 3 goals in a row. Now, if in a situation where Arsenal scores first and then Crystal Palace equalizes before Arsenal scores again. That means there is no consecutive goals there. As in two in a row means it must be two consecutive, two goals scored consecutively, not intermittently. So if the away team, which is Arsenal, scores first and Crystal Palace equalizes before Arsenal scores again, that means if you choose the yes option, it is wrong. But if you choose the no option, it is correct. Same thing applies with the away score three in a row. There must be three consecutive goals scored. For the no option, he has predicting that there won't be three consecutive goals scored in that game. Now let's go to the away score 2HT. The away score 2HT, if you choose the yes away score 2HT, he has predicting that the away team Arsenal to score in the second half. If you choose the no option, they are predicting that Arsenal, which is their away team, won't score in the second half. For the away score history, we are predicting that Arsenal, which is the away team, to score in the first half. If you choose the yes option, or if you choose the no option, you're expecting that Arsenal, which is the away team, won't score in the first half. That means they will not score in the first half. Now for the away win to nil, 2HT. If you choose the yes option, you are predicting that Arsenal, which is the away team, to win in the second half without the home team replying. That means it must end with Arsenal winning to nil, that's to zero. Let's take for example, if at the second half Arsenal wins 0-2, this game is correct. But if in the second half the scoreline is 1-2, if you choose the yes option, it's wrong. But if you choose the no option, it is correct. Now, for the no option, if it ends at 0-2 for the second half with the no option, it is wrong. But if it ends at 1-2 for the no option, it is right. That means for the no option, you're expecting both teams to score in the second half. While for the yes option, expecting only one team, which is the away team, to win to nil. And note that for the no option, if it ends in 1-1, it's a draw game for that second half. So Arsenal didn't win. So it's a bad bet. So for that second half, we are predicting Arsenal will win. Even Arsenal will win while both teams will score. That's what the away win to nil means, second half means. But for the away win to nil first half, we are predicting that Arsenal will win the first half without the home team replying. That means there won't be there will only be one team, which is Arsenal, scoring for that first half. While for the no option, you are predicting that there will be only that both teams will score, but Arsenal will win. That's why you have no away to win. But if you choose yes, away to win halftime, it means that you are predicting that only Arsenal will score and that Arsenal will win that first half. But for this no option, you are predicting that both teams will score and Arsenal will win the first half. I hope this is self-explanatory. So let me just add a little bit for this for the last option. For the no away to win in a typical scenario for Crystal Palace versus Arsenal, if the first half ends in um, let's say first half ends in 1-2, notice that both teams scored and Arsenal still won that first half, so it is correct. If you choose the no option, it's correct. But if you choose the yes option and the game that first half ends in 1-2, you notice that both teams scored and Arsenal won, but the yes option indicates that it must only be only Arsenal scoring. So since Crystal Palace scored, it's a bad bet. But if it ends in 0-2 for that first half, that means the yes option is correct. I hope this is pretty. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the